Hello. I'm pretty much all in black today. And that's because I'm in mourning. Who died, you ask? Simple. The American democracy. Now, in case you didn't know, there was recently a recall election in Wisconsin in which incumbent Governor Republican Scott Walker was going up against Tom Barrett, the Democratic challenger. And the reason that this happened was because Scott Walker, among other horrible infractions, in my opinion, was conspiring with wealthy donors and other rich people to try and exterminate the unions out of his state. It was revealed that he was conspiring to divide and conquer at the behest of his wealthy donors. Now, the reason this is important is because Scott Walker won the election. He won the recall, which means that he is still governor. And this is very bad. This is not a good thing. The reason Scott Walker won is because he was able to raise significantly more money and he had a lot more to work with. And I mean a lot. Most of the monetary contributions to his recall campaign were from outside the state of Wisconsin. So people who didn't even live in Wisconsin, people who were not even involved in the politics of that state were donating hefty sums of money to that campaign, okay? To the point where he was able to have almost unlimited resources to work with. And of course, he got money because he's bought and paid for by the corporations who own America. Now, the reason this was even possible is because of a ruling known as Citizens United, in which the Supreme Court, I think it was the Supreme Court, ruled that corporations are able to contribute as much money as they want to campaigns and to political purposes. So there is effectively no limit, okay? So the broken system that we already had is now on steroids, you could say. Corporations are not people. I don't know what the Supreme Court is smoking. They're probably bought and paid for too. The Republicans are bought and paid for. The Democrats are bought and paid for. Let me just say there is no politician you can trust, okay? Let me tell you why. Whenever they leave their job, they are rewarded by their corporate donors and the people they're supporting in Congress with these ridiculous laws to protect these giant wealthy donors, okay? They're rewarded by those same donors with cushy jobs where they don't have to do anything but sit on their ass and make more money for breathing and farting like an old piece of shit than anyone should ever think about having kind of money like that, okay? The reason they're so untouchable, the corporations, is because laws have been passed by the people who they are paying for their campaigns to protect them, okay? That is the trade-off. That's the exchange. And they're pretty much selling their souls to the corporations who buy America. There needs to be an amendment to the Constitution, in my opinion, stating clearly that corporations are not people. They should not be afforded the same amendment rights as any American citizen, because they're not American citizens. They're intangible entities who are controlled by people, but that does not make the corporation itself a person. It just means that there are people within the corporation who are greedy and want to get rich at the expense of everyone else, despite the fact that most of the nation was against this Citizens United ruling, and despite the fact that most of the nation is in fact starving or struggling to pay their bills or what have you. But the corporations, they don't care. All they want is to get rich off of you and me. If we don't stop being nice and laying over and playing dead for the corporations with all their weapons, okay, that they can use against us, and that they have, which has been proven in this Wisconsin recall election, which will, I guarantee you, spread like a virus. If we don't stop that, then America itself will be a corporation. The corporate empire of America. There is a website called Wolfpack. I'll post a link to it right here in this video and in the info. Their goal is to push through to create an amendment to stop these corporations from behaving like people and from doing whatever they want, and to move back, okay, and for campaign finance reform, which is desperately needed in this country, like, completely, okay? These corporations cannot be allowed to run rampant and sap the soul of America any longer. Something needs to be done, and if nothing is done, America will fail. Have a nice day.